Morning. Hope you're all well. I am here at Cuba Street. Just had coffee with my wife. I was going to do the live out there in the seating area, but it's just too windy. So I thought, look, I've got to jump in the car because I'd rather you can hear me, guys. And so I've got, this is important today, what we're talking about, because it's something that comes up every day. People that I talk to that want to get into coffee, they have this problem. I don't know where to start. What do I do first? And it really is a really important subject, because if you do things in the wrong order, you will kill your business. Brokers, equipment sellers, mobile coffee franchises, they all want you to jump in on their process and to start by investing at a level that you're just not ready for. So today, we're only going to go for about 10 minutes. We're going to cover the 5 pillars that I use with clients, that I use with my franchise chain when I was franchising, that the 5 pillars that I use in my own business startups, whether that's coffee or anything else. But they're a proven process to launch. And, take it or leave it. If you want to actually save money, save a hell of a lot of time, then take notes, take some advice. There'll be something in this for you, even if you're not sure if coffee's for you or not. The 5 key pillars are business principles. There's so much garbage out there when it comes to starting businesses, doing Cert 4s and all this rubbish. It's just a waste of time. Really, it comes down to 5 key areas I want to talk about now. The first one is vision. You've got to have a reason why. You've got to have a strong reason why you're going into business. For a lot of us, we're running from something, to be honest. For me, it was my job. I hated. I was running from that. I was running from 12, 13-hour shifts in the mines. Heather, she was a franchisee who was a nurse. Well, she is a nurse, and she's an oncology nurse, so helping cancer patients. A very stressful job. So she started a coffee shop because she wanted to basically have time to keep busy. She didn't want to be trapped in her own head all the time. So that's what she does, is she works 8-hour, 9-hour days at the hospital, and she goes and closes up the coffee shop. Thursday night, she'll be behind the coffee machine. Saturday and Sunday, she'll be busy making coffee. She's got a reason. Reg, sick of making other people money. Sick of working in retail for someone else. Realized he was spending an enormous amount of time making other people happy. Wanted freedom. Wanted to be his own boss. So often it's about you. It's about what you want. But that can evolve. That can change. That can become also more about creating a better product, a better coffee, a better service. These are all great reasons. But you've got to have a bit of vision. You've got to understand why you're going down this path in the first place. That's where it starts. That's pillar 1. It's understanding it and gaining some clarity around why you're going into business. If you're only thinking of going into business because it's purely monetary, you don't like coffee, you don't like people, forget it. It's not the business for you. There might be something better for you. But for coffee, look, you really want to be in it for the right reasons, or the customers will just see straight through you. And then we get into the second pillar, which is business model. So business model is finding your niche. And often this will lie within your strengths. There'll be telltale signs of your past, of what you've been good at, of your story, of your giftings. And so we're really good at helping people find that within themselves, because often we just don't notice ourselves. You know, we need someone to look into our lives. And we have a process for this, a roadmap. So we ask the questions, we get it all down on paper, and then we reverse engineer a business that's going to actually give you the greatest likelihood of reaching those goals, of reaching that vision. So, yeah, you know, pillar 1 is vision, your why, understanding your why. Pillar 2 is business model, your special niche. Now, within that too, within your business model, it's important to realize 2 main areas that make up a good business. 1 is the service, and 2 are the profits. There's plenty of businesses out there that are busy. The people are working their butts off, but they're not making any money. Now, that's a bad business. But that's why at the very beginning, you need to make sure that you're getting into a business that's profitable and that the business model has room for you to actually make money. Franchises are a great example of businesses with a broken business model. The poor franchisees look successful because they're busy, but they're just drowning in costs, drowning in franchise fees, drowning in high rents. And so part of a good business model is finding your niche, finding a way of doing things better. The other part is making sure that the economics stack up and that you're actually going to make money. Put it this way, if the hill is too steep, you know there's no point even trying. And so if you're going to do this, you've got to do it right. You've got to make sure that you're getting into a business that, 1, has a demand, and 2, that the economics stack up to the point that you will be making money. So this is where a lot of people get stuck, is figuring out where their special niche is. What we do is we make sure that before we sign any deals, before we make any permanent decisions, we're very clear on those two areas of vision and business model. And if you're not there, if you don't have that clarity, what I tell people is just don't sign anything, don't make any major decisions, gain that clarity. Sally came into our program a couple of weeks back. She initially thought coffee. We got through pillars 1 and 2 in 2 weeks, and now we're looking at putting her into a different business because she's done coffee for the last, I think, 20 years, and she's over it. She's over it. You know, she's reaching a point in her life where she is looking at an easier path, and we're in the process of building a business with her that will tick those boxes long term, so that 1, she's not just a slave to her coffee machine, and 2, you know, it identifies and it meets those goals that we identified in pillar 1 of vision, of having more time in her day, of having freedom, of wanting to, you know, earn a full-time wage doing part-time hours. So it's very important that if you want to actually be, you know, rewarded for going into business, that you identify your vision and your business model early on, go to the drawing board, spend some time, invest some time, and get it done properly and understand where, you know, you're going. Otherwise, you'll end up just probably going down the wrong path, spending too much money, being conned by the wrong people. And, you know, that's really as simple as it is for finding that initial direction. Okay? Following on from that, we go to pillar 3. Only once we've figured out your vision, the business model, do we go to pillar 3, which is opportunity. Now, opportunity is making sure that you are, touched on this the other day. You can go into business full of fear, full of uncertainty, or you can go into business with a clear direction. You're excited. All the odds are in your favor. Everything's stacking up. You've been given every advantage possible. And that's what negotiating, finding, locating a good opportunity will do for you. So I tell people, if you're going to do this, you need an awesome opportunity. I mean, this place here, this coffee shop right here that we just had coffee at, my wife's sitting over there, Cuba Street. I mean, they started with that small building. From there, they grew it to putting in a Chinook roaster, started roasting their own coffee. Then they expanded. They've taken the shop 2 doors up. Now that's their roastery. Their shelves are lined with different blends of coffee. They have a busy retail section now where the public are buying coffee. They have mail order. They're supplying to cafes. And of course, you know, they're roasting their own coffee, so they've cut their own coffee cost in half by doing so. They wouldn't have been able to achieve all this had they not followed a process of vision, business model, opportunity. So opportunity is location, but it's more than that. It encompasses, you know, getting that head start that you need. When I had the hospital cafe, you know, I located an awesome opportunity. It was a captive audience, no competition. Rent was $100 a week. That was an awesome opportunity. That enabled me to set myself up for national and now international growth. I wouldn't have been able to do that without an awesome opportunity. So make sure you get the right advice when it comes to your opportunity. Do not take advice from people who stand to profit from your decisions. I say it every week, but first thing you ask someone who's giving you advice is, how do they get paid? Okay? Don't want to go too much further into that, but opportunity is crucial. From opportunity, pillar 4 is strategic planning. So this is where we talk about, you know, putting your business and marketing plan in place. Some people want to start with a business plan right at the beginning. I don't know how you write a business plan without any idea of what to put in it. It doesn't make sense. Only once you've got your vision, your business model, and an opportunity can you actually then complete a business plan. So we have the ultimate business plan within our group. It is a very sophisticated piece of software. We've actually done all the hard work for you. You just have to edit it to suit your business. So, and what you do is you end up making a investor-ready pitch slide deck with PowerPoint. And so what that does for you is twofold. Gives you total clarity over your business. You understand your milestones, your objectives, your strengths, your weaknesses. You get do financial forecasting to the point where you know your break-even point, you know what your targets are, you've got a marketing strategy in place to reach those targets. What else? Systems and policies are also part of strategic planning in pillar 4. So, like back in my franchising days, we were very big on systems and policies, processes, workflow, having things run like a well-oiled machine. Otherwise, hey, you want to step away from this business at some point? It's good to know that systems are in place, people are accountable, that they've got the guidance they need, and a sophisticated portal where you can pull down policies. Your OHS is there, your human resources there. America, you know, it's all itemized to suit you guys as well. There's everything that you need is within strategic planning. So pillar 5 finally is launch. So this is where it's getting really exciting, because you've done the work, you're prepared, you understand why you're going into business, you understand your exit points, you have all these advantages in place, you have a niche market, you're going into blue ocean, not red ocean. Red ocean's full of sharks, there's a lot of competitors, they're all cannibalizing each other. You're going into blue ocean. Now, to do this effectively, you're going to need support. Best part about this is you don't need to sign up to franchises. Okay, you don't need to be paying royalty fees. The roaster will give you that ongoing support, and it's free. So things like coffee equipment, you shouldn't be paying any more than cost price for coffee equipment. They're getting the right coffee. I mean, we've touched on this before, but the best coffee, it's got to be wow factor coffee. It's got to be outstanding. But getting that at the right price, getting it the right coffee, getting your training dialed in so that you are, making really good coffee. Employment, so hiring experienced baristas. I mean, this is all covered in launch. And beyond opening, you want to have regular intervals where the roaster's coming to support you in the form of like servicing your equipment, training your staff, supplying you with the packaging, if that's what they're supplying you with, but the coffee and the chocolate powders and all that sort of stuff as well. So that's it in a nutshell. The 5 pillars to startup. You want to make sure that you cover them all and do them in sequential order, not out of order. But it's vision, making sure that you have a strong one and a strong reason why, and you understand why you're going into business, and that is, it's a powerful reason. Number 2 is business model, your niche. Where's the hole in the market? How are you going to identify that? So you really need to make sure that your business model stacks up in terms of 1, your suitability to that niche and that it is real, and 2, the economics are correct. Otherwise, it doesn't matter how good your coffee is, how good your product is. If the profits aren't there, then why bother? Okay, number 3 is opportunity, which sort of lends itself hand in hand with business model, but opportunity needs to be outstanding. There's so many areas you can benefit from with a good opportunity. Rent-free periods, cash incentives, free fit-outs, existing stores. You need the independent advice. And pillar 4, strategic planning. Having those policies, procedures, your systems all dialed in so that it does run like a well-oiled machine and you have total confidence in the business. And then 5 is launch, and that is starting with, a real bang and having that support behind you. Now, our clients through Kickstart Coffee Shop, they get that, and they get a account manager to help them throughout that launch period. And look, this is a free service. The account manager, it's leveraging the services of roasters. But the difference is, we know who to, we can give you that advice, that independent advice on exactly who would be the right fit for you. If you want to roast your own coffee one day, then there's ways to actually, start using air roasted coffee, precision air roasted coffee, for instance, and then introduce your own roaster. So that would be an example of the kind of choice that you'd make based on your business model. Okie dokie, I think I've nearly covered everything I want to talk about today and given you guys clarity. Sorry if I've got, look a bit tired. Apollo had me up at 4:30 howling this morning at what I don't know, but he'll be at home sleeping right now while I'm at work. That's it, guys. I'm going to post this in the group. Have a great day. Have any questions, feel free to send me a message. Bye for now.